Can we? Is it okay for us to possibly talk about the fact that we might have hit on another one with Jahmai Mashack? Like, is we've been talking about his defense and like elite level defense since he got drafted by the Grizzlies. I mean, we both of us watched a lot of SEC basketball last year, and it was pretty clear in terms of I was talking to a UT guy last night and was saying, man, I know Chaz Lanier was the guy that everybody was talking about on that team in terms of a future NBA prospect. But for me, watching that UT team, Jahmai Mashack was the kind of kid that I trusted more in on a because you knew exactly what you were going to get from him every single time he stepped on the floor. Chaz Lanier he could easily go for 30 in the first half and then go 0 for 10 in the first half the next game. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, it was just, you just never knew with Chaz Lanier. You saw flashes of brilliance out of him and go, wow, this guy could be an elite NBA basketball player. But Jahmai Mashack, you just knew exactly what you were getting. And I know we've been talking about a lot, like, well, his defense is great, but he can't shoot. He can shoot. Like, I saw this last year. He's got a good, his form, everything that, like, his body size is good. It's fine.
Yeah.
Like, it works.
I listened to Chris Vernon say this the day, and I tend to buy in 100% because if you just think of the person that comes in as the last pick or a second round pick, especially a guy that played 4 years in college on 4 good teams, like he knows his role. He has no illusions of grandeur here. You
Yeah.
come in, you don't think like, oh, well, I'm going to be the superstar now. No, you come in and you're like, I was drafted for this reason. I know my role. I'm going to play
Right.
defense and I'm going to shoot. And if you just took him at his word at his introductory press conference when they asked him what's one part of your game that you think is not talked about enough, he said shooting. And you look at the stats, it's like, probably not. But it was extremely low volume. And he was a guy that fit into the system. He knew his role.
Yeah.
And his role was to play lockdown defense. And he was arguably the best defender in college basketball. And if you took him at his word saying, like, I can shoot, then that immediately is like, okay, well, maybe he should have been a top half of the second round pick, if not lower half of the first round pick, if you can shoot. Because you look at what wings can be today, and the easiest way to get on the court is to be a lockdown defender who can shoot corner threes. If you can just shoot corner threes and be the best defender on a team, you are going to play a lot of minutes in the NBA. And I don't see any reason why he can't be that way. And where the Grizzlies have hit, you take 2 players, and G.G. Jackson was not taken in the first round, but he was a first round talent. He knew it, and everybody else knew it.
Right.
Okay, you 2 Grizzlies players, Jalen Wells and G.G. Jackson. The only thing different in them, yes, G.G. Jackson has a much higher ceiling, but G.G. Jackson had an attitude problem because he didn't like the role in which he was playing. And you and I and everybody else in Grizzlies Nation and the Grizzlies coaching staff hopes that last year's struggle from G.G. resulted in a mindset change and a role change.
It sounds like it has. It sounds like it has, Drew.
But you look at why Jalen Wells was amazing as a rookie. It's because as a second round pick, I think he was like, what,
46th, 47th?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Like, he was okay playing his role, not trying to do too much. And he knew his role. He excelled at his role as a rookie. And he did not have any illusions of grandeur. There was not a single time where Jalen Wells looked around and said, I should be shooting more. This should be built for me more. That never happened. Guys like Jahmai Mashack, Jalen Wells, Javon Small, hopefully, Cam Spencer, like these guys come in and they're looking for their role. I love what Alex Caruso said. We talked about on the 2 Buck Sports Show. Soon as Oklahoma City made their run at the title and it resurfaced on the JJ Redick pod, he said he was talking about his experience in the G League and what was impactful about it. And he said he realized that when you're playing in the G League, lots of players think that they're looking for a superstar. They're looking for a CEO, but actually they're looking for a janitor. And if 100%. You can excel at sweeping the floor and mopping the floor, then you will find a role on an NBA roster and you can build from there. But you do not get into the NBA from the G League by thinking that you are the best player on an NBA roster right now.
Yeah, and I think what you just said absolutely kind of answers what Wayno's talking about here. I don't want to be relying on rookies for the success of our season. There is not a single person, I don't think, that is saying that these rookies, that Cedric Coward, Jahmai Mashack, Javon Small, are going to have anything really to do with the success of the Grizzlies season this year. That all is on Ja Morant, Jaren Jackson Jr. That's all. That is, if they play 70 games, the Grizzlies will be fine, right? But exactly like what you said, you made the analogy of the janitor, right? Like if you've got guys that have a very specific role, that are in those roles doing their jobs, taking pride in that, right? Like then that's when you come up with the idea of this guy's the heart and soul of the team, right? Like it's that idea that, man, I am in the role that I'm in, and I'm going to be overwhelmingly successful in that role, and I'm going to stick in that role. And like you said, if a guy like Jahmai Mashack can come in and be a lockdown defender on high-level NBA wings and shoot threes from the corner and do that well and be cool with that, that only helps Ja Morant and Jaren Jackson Jr. play to their highest level.